Out of Washington, calling it the dawn of a new era, President Trump hosts a signing ceremony for the historic deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates.
CBS 2's Dick Brennan here now with more on the significance of this agreement. Dick?
Yeah, Christine and Maurice, we can tell you the president has been given credit for this agreement, but it does not signal necessarily a landmark peace. None of the countries were at war, and a deal had been in the works. In the meantime, the stalled peace process with the Palestinians remains unchanged. Applause at the White House for an historic agreement. President Trump, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and foreign ministers from the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain formally signed the Abraham Accords.
The people of the Middle East will no longer allow hatred of Israel to be fomented as an excuse for radicalism or extremism.
The deals normalize relations between Israel and the Arab states, opening the door for diplomatic ties and trade.
Israelis, Emiratis, and Bahrainis are already embracing one another. We are eager to invest in a future of partnership, prosperity, and peace.
The UAE and Bahrain have become the third and fourth Arab nations to sign an agreement with Israel, following Egypt in 1979 and Jordan in 1994.
There were two countries over a 72-year period, and we did an additional two, and these are great countries. We did an additional two in 1 month.
President Trump hosted a lunch for the leaders involved in the agreement at the White House. He called it an historic day.
But we'll have at least 5 or 6 countries coming along very quickly, and we're already talking to them, and they want to see peace. You know, they've been fighting for a long time.
As part of the agreement, Israel said it would suspend plans to annex part of the West Bank, where millions of Palestinians live. But the deal does not directly address the underlying conflict between both sides.
The fact is, Israel from the beginning was acting in bad faith.
Palestinians say the agreement is a stab in the back by fellow Arabs and continues to blame Israel for the stalled peace process.
It had no intention of ending the occupation or of accepting international law or the two-state solution per se on the 67 borders.
Now, Palestinians have refused to agree under any circumstances to talks under the framework set up by the White House. But President Trump says he believes Iran will seek a new nuclear deal with the U.S. after November elections. Maurice and Christine.
All right. Thank you, Dick.